welcome back. Hello. And welcome back to my channel. This is my second video. So this next video, I wanted to talk more about brand identity. Brand identity is different than branding because you kind of have to figure out your identity before you work on the branding. You can't figure out your style until you know yourself. You can't figure out who you want to date until you love yourself. So the first question is, what does brand identity even mean? So the best way to think about it is it's the face of the business. So when you look at your page and the top 9 posts on your Instagram, do you feel like it really describes your business or who you are as a person very well? This goes the same with YouTube, TikTok, any social media. First impression should reflect your values, your voice, your personality, and your message, which is ultimately your goal. So you have to find your brand identity before you start working on all of the technical stuff. And that, I think, is the fun stuff. It is the branding. So there are a few steps that we're going to take to find your brand identity. And remember, to have a brand identity, you don't have to be a brand. You can just be a person. Influencers are brands in themselves. So step number 1, we're going to look at a giant list of adjectives, and the best thing is find the top ones that describe you as a person or as a brand. What is the personality of your brand or the personality of you? So these adjectives are going to describe so many things, but they're going to be super useful. For example, when you are looking for a font to use, then kind of knowing what adjectives to describe the font will be super helpful. And also colors. Color theory is really cool, probably pretty nerdy for me to say that. The more that you learn about color theory, the more interesting it is how colors can really convey a mood and they can change people's mood overall. So let's talk first about the color red. Red is the color of passion and excitement. It is perfect if you use the words loud, interesting, exciting, youthful. Red also will make you thirsty, so that's why fast food brands use red. Orange is another high energy color. The difference between red and orange is that orange is not used as much, so it will stand out a little bit more than red. And I also think that it's a little bit more playful and less serious too. Yellow. Yellow is the color of sunshine, so it is a very happy, joyful color. Yellow is a perfect color if you want to feel fun, accessible, and affordable. Yellow will also make you a little bit hungry, so a lot of fast food restaurants use the colors red and yellow. Let's talk about green. Green is the color of money, so when you see the color green, you automatically think about saving money. Another thing that people think about is nature, because of course nature is green, so it can also make a very holistic brand feel healthy and sometimes affordable too. So blue is a very trusting color. People might not say that anymore with what's been happening with Facebook. Traditionally, blue initiates trust. It appears stable, trustworthy, and a lot of people gravitate towards the color blue in general. So that is a very safe choice to use for branding. If you want people to feel like they can trust you, I would use the color blue. Purple. Purple was traditionally the color that royalty used. So it still has kind of a regal feeling behind it. So if you have a high-end luxury brand, some of the time they will use the color purple. Pink. Pink is my favorite color, and what goes along with pink is probably not politically totally correct anymore, but pink has a tie to femininity. A lot of women's care brands use the color pink. It has a soft and luxurious feeling behind the color pink. Brown is a color that's not used very much in marketing. It's kind of seen as like a muddy color, I guess, maybe poop. but that can be used to your advantage because it is not used very often, so it can make you stand out a little bit more. Brown also has kind of a naturey feel, but it also has kind of more of a rugged, masculine feel. Black. I love using the color black because it is so strong, it's modern, it can sleek everything up. So if you want less of a playful feel and more of a very serious feel, I would go for black. It's very classic and sophisticated. So step 2, we're going to get into a few questions. So the first question is, why did you start this business? What are the beliefs and values that make up you as a person or your business? What can you do better than anyone else? What makes you special? When you're describing your business, what 3 words do you use and what 3 words do other people use? So if you have someone that you could ask advice on, ask for them to describe you as a person using 3 adjectives. And that's probably what you're portraying to the world. For step 3, we have some more questions. What is your unique positioning? How are you different? What is your brand voice? So how will you communicate with others? What is your mission? What are your values? What is your brand personality? So I hope that was helpful with figuring out brand identity. Next, we're going to talk about branding, and I'm going to get into a few real-life examples of what I do with influencers when we are working on their branding. Just kind of how we organize everything in a more simplified way so that we can zoom out and look at the whole experience of what you're offering. It's a less intimidating way to approach branding. Leave lots of comments. Love you.